This could be a little bit controversial.
That's all right.
Of course, we already talked about Catholicism.
We started off kind of controversial.
But this is the trailer for Spielberg's Disclosure Day. And this movie is like really anticipated, okay, for like years. Because, and the reason is makes sense, Stephen Spielberg once directed the greatest UFO movie of all time.
E.T.
Close Encounters of the Third Kind. Still, to this day, like, the best treatment of the subject in a film ever. And it's like, it's unnerving, and the movie feels like voyeuristic. It feels like you're watching something that's really happening. It feels like you're seeing something that you weren't supposed to. Like, it's amazing.
You're in the shoes of the creeper.
So when they started talking about this movie, and it was all mysterious, and they're keeping it under wraps and everything, people are like, oh man, it's going to be, Close Encounters 2 or something. It's going to be a return to form. Okay, the trailer comes out. First of all, it opens with these, I'm just going to roll it back and show you.
Yeah.
With these CGI deer that just look completely ridiculous. Okay, I'm sorry if I'm offending you at home, folks at home. But this is a Steven Spielberg movie.
It's awful.
I was like, if I was Steven Spielberg and I was in a screening room looking at this shot, and we were, we had spent, I don't know, $300 million making the movie. I don't know how much they spent.
Oh, more than they needed.
It's more money than you can imagine. I would be looking at this shot, and if it looked like this, I would be like, my palms would be sweating.
How could you release that as Spielberg? That's insane to me.
Like, I would be like, okay, guys, like, I'd be like, it can't look like that.
No.
Because I'm Steven Spielberg.
Right. I mean, you would think. Especially this is the first reveal of your movie, really.
This is, it's like, these are the opening shots, right?
That bird that hops in, too, is kind of weird.
All the animals are computer generated, which I do understand why they're not using real animals now. Like, it is a bit cruel to use animals in movies. But seeing these things are things like, if I saw them, I'd be like, wait a second, like, we need to rewrite the script so there's no animals.
Yeah, no,
like, that would be my solution. You know what I mean?
It's terrible. Yeah.
But overall, the movie doesn't look like a Spielberg movie, especially when you think about what Close Encounters looked like. Like, Close Encounters just like had this look to it, and this looks kind of like like a Netflix series.
Right. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. That's what I was going to say. It just looks like some mass-produced thing that doesn't look like much, I guess, directorial, artistic, vision going on here.
Like, I could see it being something that Spielberg maybe came up with and produced, but it doesn't feel like something he directed. And
there's like the trailer, like a huge portion of it is that chick standing there chittering.
That's something I think is weird too, is like the depiction of alien language as just clicking, and like it's like the Predator or something. That's gotten kind of old.
Yeah.
It doesn't, especially like when you're, go back and watch Close Encounters. Like, it's unnerving to this day. Even when you realize that the aliens are somewhat benevolent, they're still frightening and otherworldly, and the UFOs are scary to look at. This shot right here looks like something out of a cartoon. Like, I mean, anyway.
We're going back to Narnia. My buddy said Signs, and so I'm guessing the M. Night Shyamalan flick, which is one of my favorites, and I was utterly terrified when I saw that movie. I don't know why. I don't know if it was the way he captured the aliens, just for a split second walking across the scene. It terrified me. I admittedly had to sleep with my parents. I was so scared.
A lot of people have that reaction.
But then that's why I slept with water near me too, because figured I'd just burn them.
Kill those aliens.
Yeah.
Like, there's certain things in the trailer, right? Like what we were talking about earlier. It brings up the religious conversation. I like that there's a Catholic religious sister that's asking the question.
That was cool.
Of like, if why would God create such a vast universe if it was only for us? I like that it's her asking that question, although I've never thought that argument was a very good one.
Well, you posted something about this, right? Like,
yeah, I wrote a thing. I do that.
I do.
My thought on it is that the argument from the position of vastness. The universe is vast, and there are many stars and planets. Therefore, there must be others living out there. I think it's sort of a weak argument because you don't have examples. Like, you don't know how rare the occurrence of life is.
True.
It could be a one per universe happening or less.
No, I think that's what I remember from the post. You were saying maybe this entire thing that is the universe, it took all of that to create this here.
Yeah,
like
what if the vastness of the universe, like, because human beings are made up of stuff that you find inside of stars.
I always thought that was fascinating.
Like, what if all of that vastness and all that material, what if that's how much it took? Like, what if it's just an engine to produce a single world full of life, you know?
Have any, like, astrophysicists on here?
They don't know. See, they don't. This is the thing, is like, we only have one example as planet Earth.
Right.
So we don't know. I don't have a problem per se with the idea of intelligent life on other planets. I don't have an issue with that morally or religiously.
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah.
But it's I think people jump too quickly to the like, oh, there's so many stars, there must be aliens out. You know, that doesn't necessarily mean that.
Oh, true. And then, like,
You
the
know?
opposite, like, well, if there were aliens, man, they would have came already. Like, well, maybe they wouldn't have. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, that's what they call the Fermi paradox, right? Is that they'll come up with like the lowest rate possible for like the number of civilizations, and then they're just kind of like, shouldn't they be everywhere?
Oh, right.
And we can't find any evidence of them.
We're just too primitive still.
It could be.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know. But yeah, it's like in Catholicism, it's not an issue. Like, Catholics have been fighting amongst themselves about this for over like 1,000 years. Like, so I think 1700 years ago, I think was when Augustine argued against the idea of intelligent beings living on other worlds. And then more recently, there's been other Catholic theologians that said that it's likely that there are beings living on other worlds.
It's like, well, there's nothing, I mean, to my limited knowledge of it, there's nothing like biblical that suggests there is or isn't. Right? It's just kind of, it's not mentioned.
God created the heavens and the earth.
Right,
so
yeah, there we go.
they're up there in the heavens. You know, so I don't know. But I do think it's interesting that he chose to use a Catholic religious sister to posit the question. I think it's at face value, a healthy presentation of a religious person.
Do you think somewhere in the film it'll turn out to be like the classic Catholic bad type thing, or?
I don't think so. I mean, Spielberg's not really known for doing that, but I don't know. We'll see, I guess. But like, because you have to remember, like, Raiders of the Lost Ark is, it famously shows God appearing above the mercy seat of the Ark of the Covenant.
Yeah.
So, I don't think he's an anti-religious person.
True, yeah.
But I don't know. I guess we'll see. I think that it seems to be presenting it in a way that's like, there are people who have different opinions about this, within the church. And so it's a goofy little argument that she makes that's common, but at least she's the one making it.
For sure.
I just kind of think that's interesting.
When you sent me the trailer, I saw the woodland creatures, and then I saw the cross, and I was like, oh, is this some interesting Catholic piece? And then as we kept going, and then the chittering and all that, I go, oh, no, I don't know what this is. And then, because I'm not up too much on aliens and whatnot, that's why the title went over my head. And I honestly couldn't get through the trailer. I thought it was terrible. The movie might be okay, but I hate the way trailers are made now. It's just, like you said, it just looks very Netflix to me. There was nothing that drew me in, like, artistically. It's just next scene. And the animals, like you mentioned, were just awful. I just can't get over it. So.
But it seems like they're a big part of the movie.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know what to make of it. Like, I'm interested in it because it's been so anticipated, but yeah, it feels weird.